guiltless.
Before I get started with this video, I'd like to specify that I'm only ranking games that I've completed so far. At number 20, we have a game called FNaF Across the Street. So in this game, we got Foxy, Bonnie, and Freddy. In this game, you have a left and right door that need to be held closed. You also have 4 fences that you can make electric so no one can come. And you have a lullaby for camera 10.
Like, you should be pretty much ready to attack.
In this game, if you see Chica on cam 5, you have to hold the right door shut until you hear a metallic bang. For Freddy, he gives you a maze mini game that you have to play. It's very disruptive to your gameplay.
Anyway. Oh yeah, just do that.
For Foxy, you're meant to play a lullaby and camera 10, and Freddy's maze can really mess that up if you're unlucky.
Okay, there's a maze done.
Bonnie went to Brazil.
Get out, Chica. Come on, do the door.
The biggest issue is definitely Freddy's maze, because it can mess anything up very easily.
I just dealt with this. I don't have it.
Once you learn that, you can get to 6 a.m. easily.
That one off the list. I mean, what list? Okay, what list of...
Next up is Five Nights at Mac Tonight 2 Remastered. In this game, we got Mac Tonight, the Hamburglar, Birdie, Mayor, Grimace, and Speedy.
Okay.
This game, you've got doors that you can open and close. You've got the vent system and 2 cameras. The security locks off.
For what to do there.
You also got vents you can close. If Mac Tonight appears close, you just lock the door he is at.
It should be coming any second.
Speedy appears at the window in front of you.
Right.
Then it goes to camera 2, and you close that door.
That's simple.
If Mac Tonight appears far away, he starts at that camera and you close it, but then he moves to the other door camera, and then you have to lock that.
No, you don't. And so now, simply you just check the office, which is probably better anyway, because then Grimace won't really get you. Burger Man thinks I'm in here. Wait, where did he go? Okay, now I can see that close for a while.
Hamburglar makes a loud bang sound and appears in one of the vents.
Look for the golden arches.
You won't reach that beautiful morning.
Okay. Oh, you're there.
When Mayor appears on cam 4, you lock the door, exactly like Mac Tonight when he's in the close position.
Look at that. First part of this is very difficult power management.
You won't reach that beautiful morning.
Get rid of him.
You won't be seeing that golden light.
Birdie works the same way as Hamburglar.
I like how I come from there around 50% of the time.
Come on down to McDonald's.
Does that mean they're in front of you?
Grimace appears on the cameras and you just have to close the camera real quick.
Deal with you.
Once you do that, though, it's easy to get 6 a.m.
I think I have 2 more event attacks tonight. Oh, there's one of them.
Although power is a big issue in this mode. As you'll see, when it gets close to 6 a.m., I run shorter and shorter on power.
Okay. I have like 2 more things to deal with Mac tonight. Okay.
The star has come out.
That could have been bad. Okay, that's fine. Wow, I just figured out what the character did.
Next, we have Five Nights at Leon's Remastered. This game has Leon, Crowy, Wolfie, and Dog.
Easier to see on the stream also.
There's a toxicity thing that randomly goes haywire, and you have to repair it on one of the cameras.
On one of the 6 cams, and all you do is hold down that button.
If Leon appears on cam 6, turn the lights off.
The other one's in there, you don't do anything. To know if he's gone, you check the stage real quick.
If Wolf appears in the ceiling vent above you, you have to flash your light at him to get rid of him.
For the bird-looking thing, you don't do anything. When he gets close to you, you put on the heater.
For Crow, it mirrors Leon's movements, except you don't do anything for Crow.
There's one in the vent that you use a flash beacon on every so often whenever you see him.
If Dog is on its third phase in the hallway, you have to turn the heater on until it's gone. Just don't leave the heater on too long.
I don't know if the fumigator has an AI system. Oh, that means that the bear's coming from the window, in which case you just kind of close it. Oh, he's closed. I turned on the heater.
If Leon appears from the right window, shut the window.
This is bad, because he's here. And he's here.
If the heater and fumigator run for too long, then your run ends.
When he was about to go away.
The real difficulty comes from the fumigator and heater having to be used at the same time.
I think I just on ambience.
I wouldn't think of this, but the fumigator actually spreads fumes, whatever those are.
Or her, I guess.
Though, after learning how to play and fight the characters, this mode is pretty simple.
That's what I was worried about. What's the fumigator constantly messing everything up? Okay. I think that's Maxwell done upstairs.
Next is Five Nights at Wario's McDonald's. In this game, you've got Wario, Waluigi, Luigi, Peach, and Mario.
Okay, so I have to remember.
In this game, you have multiple rooms you can go to. You also have a boiler room and closable windows and those doors. Wario appears at the left door and you close it and he leaves immediately. Waluigi does the same at the right door. For Luigi, the boiler randomly turns off and you have to turn it back on. Peach appears at one of the serving area drive-thrus and you just have to click one button to close the window on them. Mario becomes more and more visible each time you move, and if you move too much, he will jump scare you. The main challenge comes from Mario, making you have to be strategic with your movements. You might have to wait after closing a door on Peach.
That's why I don't like Mario.
Mario also can cause you to panic. Wario attacks very, very quick.
Did I just?
I wish they let me have a
50%
hamburger.
power?
Though once you learn, it's not that bad. Five Nights at Wario's. This game has Wario, Waluigi, Luigi, Peach, and Mario, believe it or not. In this game, you've just got 2 doors and a camera. This game was made a lot more difficult by the V5 update now, so now you have to rely on cameras instead of door lights, or else you'll run out of power.
Watching actually uses the chat.
A lot of the time, characters move back a camera, so you have to look back to see if they move back.
Actually here. My what? How did he even?
Luigi goes to the right window.
Back at least once or twice.
Also, Peach goes to the right window.
Full throttle.
Wario and Waluigi go to the left door.
How is he just going full throttle?
And Mario appears out of this monitor, and you just flip up the camera and pretend like he's not there.
Sheesh, Mario doesn't even. No, we're stuck in the Wario cycle. He's a number 1. He's like a game's.
You heard it her first. Wario likes to come over and over again.
I don't know where he goes. Like, he goes on like some type of vacation or something.
The difficulty is because of power consumption, because door lights take a lot of power.
They're probably both gone. Okay. This is looking like a good attempt.
This one is really easy, though.
Look at that, I caught his prank. Yeah! Yes! That was actually so difficult. I'm not even joking right now. But I'm just, too good. That's all I have to say.
Okay, so we have the Return to Freddy's 2 Winter Wonderland 2 Classic Mode. This game has Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Doug, Kitty, Fast Cat, Sugar, Mini Dots, and Golden Freddy. This game has a generator, and a music box, and a no noise player, and a mask, and a flashlight. If Golden Freddy or Dots appear in front of you, just put on the mask for 1 second or less, and they're gone. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Kitty, Fast Cat, Sugar all work the same way. They appear in the camera in front of, hallway in front of you, and make the FNaF 2 ambiance sound, and you just put it on the camera or the mask whenever you feel like it. You also have a toxic meter in this. Foxy works like FNaF 2 and you have to shine the light at him. Doug appears on camera 1 and you play the noise when he's there because dogs hate the sun. But the real difficulty is because of the mass toxic meter.
Wow.
This one is very simple. Okay, that one really took like 10 minutes. Next is One Night with Koso Nut 2. This game has a secret difficult mode called Nutcore mode. This game has a speaker, Meta Games, Sun Koso Nut, Moon Koso Nut, and Koso Shape, and Coca-Cosa. You have a redirect button on cam 6 and 7, and for Coca-Cosa, you click Coca-Cosa to drink a Coca-Cosa, and you have to press space when it's on the green line. If you do not drink Coca-Cosa or mess up the minigame, it blocks one camera. For Koso's shape, he's always in the office, and the shape on his visor changes, and you have to change it to the one on the wall behind him, the paper.
I must have missed that.
For Koso Knight, you press the redirect button when you catch them on cam 6 or 7.
Okay. Oh, and this did you
When
have to
meter
go
a games appears close in the hallway, you press the red button. The game changes the red and green button, so you can't just press it.
Every time since this is a hard
You have to look.
and keep my finger on the speaker, because that's like very important.
You also have the speaker, which turns off randomly, and you have to turn it back on by holding on it, or else the buff cat comes and gets you. Once you learn it, as long as you don't forget about anything, it's really easy. The biggest problem is probably Sun Koso Nut and Moon Koso Nut, because you kind of have to watch them frequently.
Bam. Just dealt with a lot of stuff. And now I can keep my finger on this one. Oh.
I wonder how good the coconut water would be. That sun does not look like a sun. I like how the rooms just kind of go to the first room. That's really a cool touch.
Yes!
Sequentially is Eddie and the Misfits. This game has Bear, Clown, and Mousetrap. In this game, you can shock people at the door, hide under the desk, change floors, shock on a camera, and heat up and cool down a room. Mousetrap goes to the vent in front of your office, and you just have to hide under the desk. He can also kind of come behind you. You don't see it, though, so it's kind of a guessing game. And then you just also hide under your desk. So I just combated it by just hiding under the desk constantly. The bear comes to your door and you just shock him. The bear also has a second mechanic. He can appear on the camera and you have to shock him by holding the button down until he's gone. The clown appears on a camera and you just heat up the room to get rid of him. Though don't keep the room hot for too long or else the fan will break. You have to cool it down pretty soon after heating it.
Okay, that's
He also leaves because clowns hate sweating, which is common knowledge. When the bear goes to the generator camera, you hear a very distinct generator sound. The weird thing that happened to me is I got locked in this pattern. That made this really easy. The desk is my hub.
Yay, got no idea what I just did.
Next is a return to Wario's Deluxe Horror Nights Custom Night. This game has Peach, Wario, Waluigi, Toad, Bowser, Luigi, and Mario. In this game, there's a generator room, a radio, a door on the left, pills and a light switch in your bag, a desk to hide under, scissors to cut a rope on the left, camera batteries, a camera you can spam to make noise on, and a camera you can turn the lights on in, which you need the light switch for. Mario's awareness randomly starts going up, and you have to change the radio station and still starts going down. Luigi appears on cam 10, and you spam the camera until he leaves. You have to charge the generator constantly. Toad resides on cam 6, and you have to check on him to make sure he's not gone. If he is gone, you hide under the desk until you don't hear the noise anymore. Peach appears on the left, and you have to cut the rope. I don't get how you cut the rope. With scissors. But whatever. Wario appears on a door on the left, and you just shut it.
I don't think anything else does, though. Okay, we should be waiting so much to come. Okay, well,
If Waluigi comes close in front of you, you hide under the desk. Waluigi can also appear at the right of the screen. You have to take a normal pill.
oh, just so you know, stuff pauses the Mario meter.
Bowser does the same thing as Waluigi, except instead of hiding under the desk, you hide in the generator room without touching the generator charge thing. How do you charge a generator with your hands? Don't you need oil? Once you do learn how to deal with everything quickly, it's not bad.
Just now I have time to deal with the generator.
Mario and Luigi are the thing you need to get really good at dealing with, because they're the things that attack the most. Also, there's cam batteries in your bag.
Yeah, I did night. That one was way harder than the day one because it makes me keep failing.
Next is Five Nights at Doco's. This game has a special mode which is hidden in the extras. This game has Showtime Daco, Oh Sugar, Marionette Daco, Red Eye Daco, Wide Scott, Rebooted Freddy, Daco, Balloon Man, Roblox Noob, and Grape Daco. The Musica box is on cam 9, you just wind it constantly.
Okay.
When Balloon Man sings, shoot him. Oh Sugar goes to the left vent and you shoot him.
There is one that's being made. It's the Rat Race one. That's the only thing that would be multiplayer I can think of. Or there's some Roblox games.
Showtime Daco disappears from the Cam 2 arcade machine. You press the buttons to get him back. Daco and Grape Daco appear in the hallway in front of you and shoot him.
Okay. Here. I still don't like the fact my timer broke. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm nervous about it, right, man. Oh, yep, Showtime.com next is here, man. All I know is past wide sky. Oh, I didn't know you were now.
Red-eyed Daco appears at the camera and you have to close the door on him. Wide Scott appears in front of you and you shoot him.
Generator, or meme generator.
And then this noob appears in front of you and makes a really loud noise and you have to press a button to get rid of it. The issue with this in max mode is there's no randomized movement. Every attack they make is in the exact time at the exact same order.
I just get rid of it.
You know, the worst part of this game is that Doggo keeps flipping me off.
Yeah, such an FNaF fan game challenge is impossible. Then I come out, no. Yes!
You can just write down the order to win.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for a second. I like this.
If you like this video, just like and hit the subscribe button. That should be here. Next is Five Nights at Wario's The Return Deluxe Horror Nights Custom Day. This game has Wario, Waluigi, Mario, Luigi, and Peach. Again. This game has a camera with cam battery, and you can move around anywhere in the establishment and get stuff like ghost rooms. And camera batteries. Batteries. That's what it sounds like. Waluigi appears in a random room, and if you're in the same room with them as his attack timer goes off, you're done. Wario either goes right or left, and you go the opposite way to get the ghost mushroom. You also have a safety meter, so you can't be out of the office for too long, because for some reason it's unsafe to not be in a room with a computer. Also, Mario appears on cam 10, you have to watch him. Luigi appears on a random camera, and you have to watch him till he's gone. For Peach, they come in a room behind you, and you have to spam the door. I missed it. Twice. Great jump scare. It's unsafe. Mario's the biggest problem because he gets very close very fast. And you have to watch him for so long to get rid of him.
Yep.
Because he's going on vacation.
I didn't even know I was there.
To Mario Land. Or Nintendo Land? We don't ask. I don't ask. I don't know anymore.
Not again.
This is difficult because of how many things you have to look at once. You have to really look at the cameras quick, too. Though, once you figure out how much you have to watch Mario, it becomes pretty simple.
Okay, I wait for you. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's stalled. Never mind.
I like how there's a please recycle thing in the background. Isn't this an abandoned factory?
Okay, I get this, I get that, I get this, and I go.
The graphics looks up to date while everything else looks like it's very old.
Hello there, sir. I'm waiting for this Mario to leave so I can go check out Princess Peach.
I don't get it. Do people just maintain offices?
Okay, there we go.
Coming up is Five Nights at the Krusty Krab Chapter 3. This game has Hammerhead, Patrick, SpongeBob Thing, Squidward, Sandy, Plankton, Minnie, SpongeBob, Squidward, and Patrick. I didn't beat on 17, by the way. In this game, there's a core temperature, power, fuses, a power lever, a right and left door that you can shock things, a cassette player, a red shock button thing, a drawer, and cameras.
Educational tape.
Plankton can appear in 4 different areas in the office, and you just click them. In different areas, he does different things, though. In the 2 behind you, he just steals a fuse or turns off the power. On the right door area, he steals a fuse from your drawer. And if he's on the desk, he can steal the cassette, and you have to find it and put it back in the cassette player, or else you're done to the mini characters. Hammerhead appears at the left and right door, and you just keep an eye on the cameras to see if he's there. SpongeBob and Patrick thing do the same thing as Hammerhead. When Sandy appears in the core room, you use the red button to get rid of him. Though that costs a fuse or 2.
You gotta mess with the core temp.
You have to turn on the coolant pump to keep the core temperature down. That takes power, sadly. Squidward appears from the ceiling vent, and you have to turn off the power with the power button. He has exposure from flunkies too. Why does everything have an exposure meter? I'm surprised the glitch attraction game doesn't. Also, there's ads that appear on your screen. If you let the bar fill up, then Sandy Robot Head comes to get you. You get kinda stuck in a pattern after a while. But once you remember the pattern, you're easily gonna do this.
Yes! Okay. Yes! Oh, that took so long.
Another one is Five Nights at Roblox in Roblox. This game has Roblox, Builderman, Noob, Cletus, Arthro, and Spider. Arthros appear at the generator and you shock them. Noob appears at the left door and you shut the door. Spider appears on one of the vent cameras, specifically the middle one, and you have to put the lasers on it. Roblox appears at the right door and you shut it. Cletus is on cam 6, and when he runs, he goes to the right door. Thankfully, you don't have to deal with it much, because Roblox kind of cancels out a lot of Cletus's attacks. Also, this bacon hair can appear in front of you, and it's more of a distraction than anything. This is another game where power is very important. I wonder if the Arthro mechanics are easy because Arthro characters kind of aren't good. I won with 1% power, by the way. That's how much power mattered. Once you learn how to conserve power well, then you're on a one-way ticket to victory. Builderman appears on a camera and you just shut the laser doors, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. It's not like this is scripted or anything, and I just misread the script. Oh, once you run out of power, there isn't the Freddy musical. You just kind of, everything opens and whoever gets you gets you. So I would have failed here. I didn't win here. Yes! Roblox would have slapped me. Finally. I tried that for a long time because it was one of the only ones I could do on iPad. The next game is Five Nights at Jaffa's. This game has Jaffa, Little Clown, Clinton, Bunny Mask Person, Topsy, and Scarecrow Person. When the bunny goes to the right door and says, Clinton, go get him! She is at the right door and sending a bonbon type enemy towards the left door. Then you have to close both doors. Topsy is on cam 1D and you have to watch him to move him back. If he escapes, you're done.
Clinton, go get him.
Clinton. It's Clinner. Like pool cleaner. What?
Clinton,
I'm not good with words. Also, the Scarecrow comes from the left door and you have to let him in and put on the mask. Also, the mini clown comes from the vent system and you have to close when he's in. Be careful though, because Jofflet arrives in the other vent. Sometimes they can appear at the same time, which really isn't that fair.
Clinton, go get him.
Oh yeah, Jaffa can also appear at the right door, but you just listen for audio cue. Thankfully, when they're in the top vent, they make different audio cue. To save power, I wait to close the door on Clinner. Because yes, this is another power-oriented max mode. That was one of the most unfair things I've seen. They're both on their attack phase. Though the power, once you learn the power, you can do it. And you hear Clinton coming every like 3 seconds, so then you want to kick him like a football. Once you get lucky and optimize power, you're good.
Clinton, go get him.
Yes!
This was the first one I beat, by the way. Night 6 is the hardest mode in this game. Oh wow, 15 is Five Nights at Max Tonight Remastered. Who would have guessed? This all 30 mode has Max Tonight, Hamburglar, Ronald McDonald, Mayor McCheese, Grimace, Birdie, and Chris. This game has a FNaF 3 stock type pile. What? Panel that you can reboot stuff in. You can also play the drive-thru noise, which is for anyone that appears at the drive-thru, which is, I think it's Maxonite, Chris, and Mayor McCheese appear at the drive-thru.
Look at that.
I like how they have a Coca-Cola machine. Oh, and also, Maxonite and Chris appear in the door in front of you and make a loud door creaking noise, and you just kind of play the speaker. Also, you hear a vent noise. That means someone's in the vent. You have to heat up the vent. Also, Grimace moves constantly closer to the camera. When he's close, you press deactivate. McDonald and Chris appear from the right, and you have to play the speaker to hear them.
How did you even get there so fast?
Birdie does the same thing as Hamburger, except that also ruins your vent heating system, which ruins a lot of runs.
Sheesh. The speed on the door.
My trick for this was just spamming every button on the reboot panel.
Is optimal for these things.
The biggest problem with this max mode is keeping track of everything that happens, because two
Yeah.
people can appear at the door in a row. Actually, Mac tonight can go like 3 times in a row himself.
The winning. I can't talk anymore. Focus.
I wish I knew I didn't have to record this in one sitting before I started. I'm a gremlin at this moment. Next is Treasure Island 20 Island 20. I can't speak. This game has PNM, Donald Head, Minnie Headless Goofy, Oswald the Face, Mickey Costume, Spoopy PNM, Mouth Face, Creepypasta Man, Old Cartoon 2, and Big Bear Thing. And Headless Goofy? I think I said it already, but I'm not sure. This game has a camera that you can turn off cameras on to make a loud noise, lights you can turn off, and standing, and a power bar. For Mini, PNM, Classic PNM, Oswald, and standing, you turn off the power. Oh no. Frick. Every one of those you turn the camera off except standing. Standing and the mascot Minnie, I meant Mickey, you kind of just stand still, which is an odd mechanic. And then for the face, the old creepypasta thing, and Sparky, you turn off the lights. Oh, and Classic Faith, you just flip up the camera. Oh, and P, he appears on a camera marked by a red flashing dot, and you just look at that camera for a second. Steamboat Willie appears on cameras randomly. If you stare at him for too long, it's game over. Donald is a distraction that plays a lot of audio and obscures your vision until you get rid of him. Turning off lights saves power, so you have to go back and forth turning off lights, because you can see characters' eyes in the dark. Just be careful with that, because the game makes a lot of fake eyes. After turning off a camera, you lose vision on that camera, and you can't turn it off until it gains power again. A big difficulty is losing a lot of cameras, because then you lose your spot, and it just messes everything up. The point of Peter Snake, you lose your camera spot. A big issue with this one is a lot of people appearing at once, so you just get panicked. Though there is an order, which goes the camera characters and then the standing and light characters. Power is not the biggest problem. You can also deal with the standing and lights characters at the same time. Sadly, Mickey Mouse is also in debt. He bought one too many clubhouses. Then he became broke. Yes. Yes. Next up on the podium is Fazbear Entertainment Stores. Wow, this game has Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Mangle, PB, the Puppet, Spring Bonnie, and Fredbear, like FNaF 2. Would have guessed. This game has a mask, a ceiling vent, air ducts, a zap button for the cameras on the side panel on the right, a hallway light, and the...
Oh, I know that sound any day. Camera static is what actually...
The marionette appears on a random camera and you have to look at it until it's gone.
Are you kidding me?
It makes like a
Okay, it's fine though.
air noise, I guess you could call it.
I just go like that.
I don't know why I have to stare at that though. I think that'd make it angry.
That was
BB and Toy Bonnie appear in the left vent. Although for BB, he just leaves immediately, but Bonnie has his animation.
Also, Toy Chica just left the vent.
Toy Freddy appears in the hallway and you hold the light on until they're gone. Mangle appears in the air ducts and you just shut the one that they're at. If you lose too many air ducts, your temperature lowers, and if you reach a very low temperature, it's game over by Mangle. Toy Chica appears at the top vent in your office and you just shut it until they're gone. Now here's where it gets interesting. Fredbear starts a banging noise and you have to find which camera he's on to shock him. He can also appear on cam 7 and make you put on the mask.
Oh.
Spring Bonnie is the unique one. They attack from the ceiling vent really quickly with wrestling noises, so you have to react. And it also appears in the office and makes a printer-like noise, and you have to keep the cameras up. It can also appear on a camera and break one. You deal with it the way you deal with Fredbear, but it's really fast, so I just don't deal with it. Altogether, though, the game flows well. It's like FNaF 2, but better? They also have building power. That's a big thing. The duct and top vent use it, and there's a lot of characters that come from both of those. That's why Spring Bonnie is a problem.
5 a.m.
You need to be really fast for this mode, though. I think that's for every mode coming up. A lot of things are audio cue based, so you have to react. Even Mangle's audio based, but I didn't know when I did this mode, sadly. So I got a major problem there. That would make this a lot easier. Yes! Oh! That Spring Bonnie was the last test. If I didn't close it, I didn't have power there. That would have just been depressing. That was just like 3 seconds before winning. Next is Fredbear Fright. This game has Fredbear, Spring Bonnie, Mouseki, Prototype, Golden Call, and the Hand Puppet. This game has a dryless thing, a vent, a door, and a code pad. Mouseki makes a noise when it goes to the left door and you shut it. I never do that. Golden Call says numbers out loud and you have to put them into the keypad. Spring Bonnie and the Hand Puppets go into the vent. The vent is based completely off of audio cues. Different bangs means different things. Prototype is like Foxy from FNaF 1. When he's off the cams, just close the left door. Fredbear appears in your office, and for some reason you spray him with water because robots run away when they do that. Oh yeah, look, there's another power meter. Who would have known? It's not an issue though if you understand mechanics of this game, thankfully. Though you do have to focus on every single sound. That's the main difficulty. If you miss one, you're done. Another thing is juggling the golden calls, because for some reason robots like calling you and telling you random numbers.
Sometimes you have to close and open stuff with the dude talking to you. So you have to remember it also. I don't know why the game is so blue. I think it'd be red. Have some gameplay. Real likes 3. I guess 3 is the lucky number. Sadly, I was lagging this day, so the footage isn't not the best. Oh yeah, look at the power. It's another game where I won with very low power. 9. Yes, finally. That took way too long. I thought that was gonna be an easier one. Okay, let's see. I think I get after it. Because it still does the thing that... Ah, the Return to Freddy's 2 Winter Wonderland. This game's got Freddy, Foxy, Bonnie and Chica, Sugar, Doug, and Golden Freddy. In this game, you got a mask, a music box, a generator, and you can make a noise on cameras. And also you got some hallway lights. Foxy can appear on the right or in the hall in front of you. If he's on the right, you just shine the light immediately. If he's in the middle hallway, you just hold the light on until he's gone. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica all appear in front of you like mask character. And you just hold the mask on until they're gone. Golden Freddy appears, but you just never see him because the other characters override him in this max mode. Sugar appears like a mask character or on the left, and you use the light when they're on the left. Doug goes to cam 2 or 4, and you play the noise on the camera he's at. A big part of this difficulty was that my reaction time isn't the best, so I had to do everything quick enough so that they never can pull me off cams. Sadly, you have to get rid of Sugar and Foxy really quick. They get in very easily. When Foxy and Sugar appear, there are really obvious audio cues. They aren't the worst things in the world, but isn't Sugar based off of Candy from... They really evolved the character in this game. Oh, and the timers was because these were live stream footage, by the way. That's also why I'm talking in the background. I decided might as well keep my talking in, because it gives more stuff to listen to. As you can tell, you have to do everything very fast. How did he appear on the right and in the hallway at the same time? This man's cheating.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter though. What happened there was I didn't get the light time to shine on either of them. Come on, do the. Probably the. I don't know. It might be the
There
biggest
you are.
problem is the generator. It randomly goes offline and you have to reboot it.
Bam.
It keeps you on the
Ow.
cams.
Someone kicked me off.
So the music box goes down.
There we go.
You have to hope you get forced off the cameras really quickly after putting them on though.
Really?
The thing with that the generator is that you have to do everything in the office quick so you can grab the music box quickly. Why are there so many games that like to copy FNaF 2? I guess it is the best FNaF. Well, it's the best FNaF game according to a lot of people, so I can understand it, but FNaF 1 or FNaF 2, I guess. I don't think I rated one FNaF 3 like game. Why did this video take so long?
Yes. 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 Yes.
The footage was hard. Next is Five Nights at Roblox Retold. This is not the same game as the other one. This is completely different. That one's on Roblox. This one's on GameJolt. This game has Roblox, Builderman, Seletsky, and this Dominus thing. This thing doesn't have much. It has a panel. That panel is the worst thing that's ever happened in this game. I mean that nicely. It randomly has doors, lights, and cams break, and they could just break at any time. So sometimes you'd have Foxy coming, and all of a sudden your doors would break. Roblox appears on the camera next to your door, and you shut it. Builderman appears on your left door. You just close it. He makes a Funtime Freddy Bon hitting noise when he's gone, so it's easy to know. Seletsky appears from the right door and does the same leaving thing that Builderman does. Builderman is quick though.
Okay, I don't know how to respond to that.
Also, the Foxy character's audio is hearable from anywhere, so you can just never check Foxy. I don't think it even takes power. The hardest part of this is definitely Roblox, because he leaves and comes back so fast. You just have to get lucky at this point.
Should I even be looking at the chat while I'm doing this?
Thankfully, though, the luck-based thing comes less and less problematic as you go on. Though it still will end many runs in a heartbeat.
I think I messed up my sense.
You play the whole night well, it doesn't matter.
If I did it, that was
Roblox make walking noises when he leaves, but I just never knew that. But I don't think that'd make this much easier. This is definitely the most difficult, as you can tell by the stuff constantly breaking. The graphics are blocky, I like it. The panel is easily the hardest part of this.
doors. Oh, that was close, honestly. Get out. YouTube.
Look how often Roblox comes.
Man, I'm really good at this.
This is not trimmed, by the way. You'll see an obvious cut.
I mean, I guess there isn't much skill to be had in this game. It's just going as fast as you can. So that was really close by the time I checked the cams and stuff.
Again, look, it's a power. Wow. Who would have guessed? Power.
The game has one more Roblox attack in it. Never mind. Yes! At
Thanks for watching. Oh, I mean, look at this mini game. You you get paper. I mean, you infect all of them. All 4 of them. The main cast. You got this whole old thing. Oh, there you go. Roblox 1, Roblox 2. Red Fire shirt and new. I'm great at naming characters. Oh yeah, the new exit. Loading time. Oh wow! Red room! And this is exploiters mode. Once you beat that, you get it a custom night version. It adds 5 characters. Robot. Floating discombobulated. Purple hat. Shadow and golden noob? I don't know characters. It has everything that the previous thing did, except now you have Shadow, which appears in the poster, and you have to click him to get rid of him. This robot, which appears on the cameras near your doors, and you shut whichever door you see him at. This discombobulated dude, that if you use the light on the door as his attack timer goes down, then you're done. Then you got this golden noob that appears in front of you and forces you to turn on your camera. You got the purple hat dude, which blocks a camera, so it makes it very difficult to see Roblox. This thing, everything works together way too well. Shadow appears in front of you, and it's easy to just forget for a bit and completely fail. Golden Roblox messes up your flow because then you have to turn on the cameras, and if they're broken, you're done. But this configure one makes you waste more power by closing doors and you can't see what's going on the camera.
The cameras, then they don't work anyway.
Oh yeah, the purple hat one actually jump scares you if you look at the cams for too long. Everything it put together is so difficult. The purple hat guy blocks you from seeing Roblox and you have to guess. The robot is easy, thankfully. You just close the doors normally and you should get rid of him. The only time he got me was at the beginning of the night. The power turns into the biggest problem of this whole mode. At this point, you have to, the doors are your only real leisure, because that's the only thing that can save you. The red lighting is also something. It makes it a lot harder to see the cams and anything. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. The panel will mess you up at any given moment while you're dealing with everything else that's going on. Oh, in Shadow has 2 movements before he gets you, so good luck. This one's more difficult than the last one. And that's because this panel. I love the panel. Who doesn't? It's like the most unfair game. Well, it's salvageable if it messes you up at a bad time most of the time. As you can tell, I'm doing everything I can. I don't think I have one still moment. Closing the doors constantly. Look at that. I just fixed the doors. I wanted to survive. You know, I challenge you to beat this. See how hard it actually is, because it looks a lot easier than it is. All of these. Actually, most of these are. Few of them are actually easier than they look. Yes! Oh! Oh my. That was... Oh. How did I do that? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Yes! You made it to the end of the video. Why would you watch this long? But anyway, I do thank you. This took a lot longer than I was expecting. See ya.